I don't know if this symbol can be read, but it is the TV-14 symbol, which means that the television program that I videotaped at my brother's house today at just after probably midnight is for mature audiences only. I've been talking quite a bit about the Spartan and the samurai lately, soldiers from bygone eras, brave men that took the definition of soldier to a whole new level. And there are no coincidences, there are only miracles. After my brother and I went through a labor of love and built, I'm not going to say from scratch, but we assembled a chest of drawers for our newest relative, my beloved niece, and of course my brother's daughter. We worked well. It took us about 4.5 hours to construct this chest of drawers, and hopefully there'll be a lot of itty bitty little baby clothes in that chest of drawers. But after we were done, my brother turned on the television, as he's so likely to do, and he sat and rocked his little baby girl, and he turned the channel and found a show, quite miraculously, about the greatest warriors of the world. And on the list of these warriors, the ninja, the samurai, the Spartan, the Apache brave, and I'm trying to think what other ones there were. I didn't get to see all the program, but the final four, I believe, were the ninja, the Spartan, the samurai, and the Apache warrior. And the final two came down to the mighty Spartan of Greece and the mystical and disciplined samurai warrior of Japan. And I'm going to try and play this video clip without showing anything too violent, because there was a lot of violence on this program. Here's a guy hitting a baseball bat into the Spartan shield. That's not too violent. People play baseball. And there's me talking to my brother about who is going to win this fight between the Spartan and the samurai. And they have an actual descendant of a samurai on the show, and hopefully I can get a picture of him. There's the creepy robot. You would not believe the level of geekiness that these people will take to find out who is the tougher of the two, of the Spartans and the samurai. And the samurai sword, even though this is technically not a samurai sword, this is a ninja's sword. A samurai sword is basically the same thing, only it's about 8 inches longer and then can be used two-handed more easily. Ninjas were all about concealment, so they don't have the big giant katana that the samurai packs. But the Spartans have their shield, and that is the iconic, even though it is hard to say that a shield is a weapon, the Spartan shield is definitely what makes the Spartan what he is. So my brother and I placed a bet, and we both thought that if you put a Spartan versus a samurai, that the samurai would win the fight more times than not, just because he has a bow and arrow. And having a bow and arrow is a big, big advantage in a fight. There's me. There's the Spartan, and there's the samurai with his bow. And the samurai was so accurate with a bow and arrow, he could shoot someone in the eye very easily. But this is two actors reenacting how a fight between a samurai and a Spartan might have gone. And this was just kind of like plucked out of my head, because I have video evidence that a few days ago I was talking about who would be the mightier, who are the best soldiers of all time, and then trying to become the perfect soldier, I think you'd have to study both the samurai and the Spartan for sure to become a perfect warrior. And my brother thought that the samurai would win, and I thought that the samurai would win, and we were both wrong. The computer that these experts put together to run the simulation picked a man with the shield. See that? Boom. Lights out. And I won't show the bloody end of the battle because I don't want any children to have nightmares, and I'm hoping that someday children could watch this movie. All right. The samurai was just killed by the hands of the Spartan, and the Spartan is the winner. But not by much. Not by much. Probably the two deadliest soldiers of all time, if you think about it. I mean, we have people nowadays with guns and with all the technology that the world can muster, but 300 men holding shields just kind of like that one held off an army of 1 million men. And that just will never, ever, ever be duplicated in history. I don't care how much special forces training you have. There is no way that 300 men today in this world could hold off 1 million men. And maybe that's why the Spartan won. So it was a great day with my brother. We got to see Spartans and samurais duke it out on the TV, and we got to build a chest of drawers for a little princess. There it is. But yeah, is it strange for a grown man to have weapons of war, weapons of a different age, of centuries past, behind him as he's videotaping on YouTube? Yeah, probably, and I'm sure that this footage would make some people nervous, but no fear, no fear. I'm a bit of a pacifist, but a bit of a historian. But the truth be told, even though I'm a pacifist, I do consider myself a soldier, and people might raise their eyebrow at that and say, what branch of the government do you serve in? You know, are you Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Army? And none of the above is my answer. None of the above. Soldier deals in two things I've found in my studies: fear and discipline. And I have become a master of both fear and discipline.